And we're live. Hey, everyone. Woo. Oh,
Hello.
wait, wait,
Good to
wait,
see
wait,
you.
wait.
Oh, yes, Queen.
I had to be ready for you. I had to be ready for you. Good vibes. Good vibes.
There you go. I love that. Love
Hey,
that.
everybody. Here, let me get a little more light here. You can see I'm a little all over the place. First time back in a minute.
Mhm.
Been just taking a mental health break, and yeah, Spirit said, "Well, let's just test out that mental health. How you doing? Let me mess up things this morning for you."
But seriously, how was your break?
It was good, much needed, much needed.
Good.
So I highly recommend whatever anybody's doing in your life. If you need a moment, make sure you take it for yourself. It's
And
important.
is that is so powerful when we pay attention, we hear it, and then we act upon it.
Yes. Yep.
It's like, oh
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. I know a lot of us, because I used to be guilty of it, will just like, I'm gonna power through this. I'm gonna do, and you're just creating more stuff in your body and the
yeah,
stress of it all. It's just not fun.
no,
No, who wants to
not
do
at
all
all.
that? So, but
Not at
as you
all.
can see, I have Gerald here, TarotStache. Welcome.
Hello. Let me wave hello with my tiny hand.
I love the tiny hand. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up while you're here. So, guys, I don't know. We're having a lot of rain here today in Southern California because you know the song. Like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely. You know the song, It Never Rains in Southern California? Yeah,
Except
okay.
when it does and it rains a lot.
So my internet was a little sketchy, and I went to go put in my what is that thing called where you can plug right into the modem or whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I tried to do it, and my modem went like it just blew out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like it won't even turn on. So
Oh,
I don't know what is going on with that, but I said okay. Then I tried connecting to my phone. And then my computer didn't want to talk to my phone. So then I said, okay, I'll reboot it, reboot the computer. And then it decided that it was going to do service updates.
wow. How helpful. Said no one ever.
Right,
Oh my
exactly. I was like, great, we're going
gosh.
to pick now. So what I ended up doing, I have the main, what is it? I got you guys, I don't know the terms of it, but it's like the main box. So I took the cord, I put it in the main box and plugged it into my laptop, and it works. So if I'm a little glitchy, that's what's going on over here, just so everyone knows. Um,
If I'm glitchy, it's because I haven't had enough caffeine.
well,
So just
speaking of
clear it.
that,
Yes.
it is time. I was thinking of that the whole time. Wait, hold on, I got to do the whole.
I knew I liked you. We are French press in our house as well.
Ah, yes,
So it's beautiful.
coffee in its purest form, as I say.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's probably going to be super hot, but here we go, everyone. Cheers.
Yay. Cheers.
Oh, yeah,
Mm.
I'm going to have to let mine cool for a second. And so, what is that? Iced coffee? What do you have there?
It is. It's ice. It's a friend of mine taught me how to make. He called it Cuban coffee. It's espresso with
Hmm.
cinnamon
Ooh,
and then a little bit of brown sugar. And so I did that and then added whole milk to it and then put it over ice because that's what I like.
yum. Well, you got to have what you like, right? I hope everybody in
Yes.
the chat has what they like. So,
Yes, please.
thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm just quickly going to do a little shout out. Serena, I love the new name. I've been gone. So, Scorpio Mama, that's hot. I like that. Good
Hmm.
morning.
Yeah.
Hey, Viviani and Lynn Hayes. Good morning. Nice to see you here. And Lisa Parr and Arlene, Genealogy Junkie. Who else we
Carol.
have? Carol. Hello, Sylvia. I see you. Oh, Sherry's in the house. Hey, Sherry. Very
Yay.
nice. Good to see you. And of course, our beloved Renee from the Tarot Love community. Good morning.
Yes, Renee. Yes,
Seascape
yes, yes.
Sharon. Oh, Jane's in the house. Jane the Seeker. Big hugs to
Jane.
you. How are you? And anyone I missed, I'm so sorry. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. So this is how we do the coffee chat with a guest, which I love.
Ooh,
Hey,
how
Plucky Heroine.
hey,
Ooh,
Plucky.
I love that name. Hello. And Miss Pat from In Through a Colored Lens Storyteller.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So my little mini card. Did you ever get these, Gerald? I know you were interested in getting these.
I did happen to get them because someone made me do
Look,
it. I
I
was just like
love
going,
it.
and
Oh, well,
uh, that's one of the things that I like about YouTube and seeing things, and it's just like going,
mhm.
that's how it works. Okay,
Yeah.
it's good
Yeah.
in somebody's hands. So,
Well, this is awesome. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. I'm going to pick two cards, and then you're going to pick two cards from our little deck, and then
mhm.
we will channel whatever messages come through. You add oracle cards if you want to pull out tarot cards, whatever you want. Just a few cards to add on to the words that we choose, and we'll see what messages come forth.
That sounds great because as I mentioned, I have gone through my collection because I am a card collector, and so I have probably about 15 oracle decks around me.
Awesome.
I
I
was just
love
like
it.
going, I have got to up my game.
Yeah.
I am like going, okay, so
I love it. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see what two cards we get. My first card I have is change.
first card I have is growth.
Okay. And perspective.
And detoxify.
Oh, I love that. Okay, growth, detoxify, change, and perspective. And then we'll pull a couple other cards around that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, beautiful. Well, I'm going to go, these two came out, so I'm just going to go with these two.
Mm-hmm.
I have Go Deeper, the new moon in Scorpio,
Ah.
and release your blocks, also the first quarter moon in Scorpio. So a lot of Scorpio energy coming through here. And we just had a full moon, which was lovely. So this is a great,
Mm-hmm.
we're still in the energies, maybe not as intense, but this is a great time of releasing and letting go. So that's the change that we have here. And it may be some different perspectives that we need to take a look at of what does change mean for us, right? Go deeper with that. Go deeper. This is part of the growth, right? That Gerald pulled, part of the growth process and detoxifying, letting go of all of that stuff, releasing your blocks. So going deeper with what needs to change, what needs to happen to take place in your life.
Mm-hmm. Growth and detoxify. I got health,
Mm,
and when we go through growth spurts, we need to take care of our health. We need good nutrition. We need extra rest. And the other card that I got was diversity. And this is where
mm,
I think this is in matching this with diversity with detoxify. If you're doing the same thing all the time, your body builds up a resistance to that. Our spiritual practices build a resistance and we get into a rut.
mhm,
So, when we think about diversity is a great opportunity for growth, we want to detoxify to maintain our health. And it's also making me think about this idea of we're starting spring in the northern hemisphere, and so people are wanting to get outside a little bit more, maybe
mm.
do some gardening. I would actually say if you're eating the same thing every day, mix it up a bit, just
Yep.
because Well, you know all this stuff because you're like well connected and you just went through detoxifying stuff.
Yes, I did.
Um, and and it's one of those things that when we detoxify, we didn't even know that it was toxic to us.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for
but yeah,
sure. Awesome.
yeah.
Love that. Okay.
Hmm.
Beautiful. Off to a great start here.
Yes.
Hey, PD Connects, welcome.
PD, hello.
All right, let's draw two more cards here.
And do you put those other two back in?
I do. I do.
Okay,
We'll see what sometimes if they come out like a few times and I'm like, okay, well, this is something that spirit really wants us to pay attention to. So let's
exactly.
listen up. Yep. Okay. Oh, I had two drop out. I have connections and respect.
And I have hope and patience.
Okay.
And yours was connection and
Respect.
respect?
Yes. RESPECT.
You got it. I was hoping you'd do that. I was hoping you would do that. I was.
Hey, Coyote the Gray. Good morning.
Hey, Coyote. Yeah, I was. I know you said you grew up with R&B in the house all the time at loud volumes, so I think that's amazing.
Yes.
Like, boom. Okay, I'll pay attention to that one.
I'll let you go first this time.
Okay, so I got nostalgia, and I also got patience.
Oh.
So because I got patience, and we need to be patient. And I also think that there is, when we think about nostalgia, there is a sense of hope that that creates. Because am I going to feel that way again? The challenge comes when we are too nostalgic and we're missing what's going on. We're missing the opportunities to connect. And for me, when I'm too nostalgic, I need to talk to somebody here and now and remind me what I have and what I am creating as it comes. And surprise, I'm not a very patient person, so I don't know if anybody else is in the chat, but you're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one, especially if it's something that you're excited about, that you're working on and you want to start seeing the results and it just takes time, for that. And
Yes.
it can be very frustrating, but learning to just kind of check that and just say, and everything truly is in divine timing. And so bringing in that patience factor is important. We may not see it in that moment, but know that later down the line, it'll start revealing. And then you're just kind of like, oh, okay, now I get why I needed to wait to this moment.
Yeah.
So that's that level of respect, right? Bringing in that process of respect, respecting the process and knowing that all good things come in time and it does take time. And so bringing in that patience with that, learn to breathe, let go and just breathe, being connected to the body, being in the moment of now, the present moment, because the present moment is all that we have. So trusting in and feeling good about that present moment and doing our best not to, it's great to plan for the future and to look ahead into the future, but you can't live there. So looking at where things are now, and looking at connections and what does connections mean to you, right? What type of connections do you need in your life to go the places that you want to go? Are you making the right connections? Taking that time in silence. We have the snow here, so still winter for a lot of people. This is good quiet time. So taking that time to really observe, what are my connections? Are they serving me? What new connections do I need to make? What connections do I need to let go of? So all these things are really important, and determining where is it you want to go? What do you want to do? So
Yeah, may I add something to what
please,
you just said?
yes.
And when we spend too much time on nostalgia, it takes us out of being in the present moment.
Right now we're going into the past, right?
Yes, we're going into the past. However, there is a need to respect ourselves enough to sit down in quiet and think about, okay, where have I been? What have I learned? What tools do I have with me that can help me grow and evolve? And I want patience, and I want it yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think that's but yeah.
All right, another good
Beautiful.
message.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Arlene. Hello. I haven't seen you well, I haven't been here in a while, so that's why I haven't seen you. I hope you are well.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
And Gerald, while I'm thinking about it, I didn't ask, so please share. I'm sure everyone, I just went on the assumption that everyone knows you, but you never know. So just tell everyone a little bit about yourself, about your channel, and what's going on.
I'm TarotStache. I am a certified collector of tarot. I curate my collection, and I do lots of things on my channel. I do casuals, which are chats that are casual, where we catch up and we talk we talk and we get to know each other. I am doing a series called Tarot the Stash Way, where I am explaining how I read tarot. And on Monday, I have Purple Elephant Deb H on Monday, and we're talking about the ethics of reading cards, because there's ethics about that if you so choose, and I like to have conversations around that. It's fun for me. I'm retired, and so I am a hardcore extrovert. Surprise.
Well, this is one of
I'm
the things that we love about you so much.
and so I enjoy doing also deck casuals. Thank you. I enjoy doing deck casuals where I me and a guest have the same deck of cards, and we talk about what we like about them. And so it's that opportunity for people who may not have that deck to get to know it. And I've been fortunate to have some deck creators come on with me and share. Just did one this past Tuesday with Richie Longman Tarot, who created the Summer Lenormand.
Oh,
And it
nice.
was so great, so great. And I also do something that I like to call a laugh and learn, where there's a topic and that I want to know about, and so I invite somebody to come and share about that. Jane and I just did one about the archangels.
Nice. Oh, I
And
have to watch
so we're
that
going to
one.
be we're going to be doing more of those. And so yeah, so just like and subscribe. I'm busy, and I so enjoy being a guest on other people's channels, so it's been wonderful.
That's awesome. Well, we're
So
so happy to have you here, and thank you for subscribing, Plucky. Awesome. Thank you. All
yeah.
right. So check out Gerald's channel, guys. We're also going to be on Kelly's channel today together. It's the S Team, I guess. Soul Sisters, Spirit Intuitive Tarot. Yes, and TarotStache. So that's
Yep.
at 3 p.m. Oh, look, he has the times. I love it. 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern, and 11 p.m.
GMT.
GMT. There you go.
So
We will be there on there today. That should be a lot of fun.
yes, I'm looking forward to that.
All
Looking
right.
forward to that.
And as far as my channel, guys, as I said, I'm back. I just released, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I just released a video. What was that? Last Wednesday, Mind, Body, Spirit. It's a new show that I'm doing. They're all pre-recorded, so they're not live.
Uh-huh.
But I just released that video. Should have another one, episode 3, coming soon. So if you haven't seen any of them, go back. The very first one is with my daughter. So
Aw.
talking to a Gen Zer and kind of the trials and tribulations dealing with mental health and all the things that they have experienced, in this world. It's been a lot.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So essentially, you're saying everybody should like and subscribe to your channel so
Yes.
that they can be notified when you have a new video.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
just saying, all the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah. That's right.
There you go. Yeah, uh-huh. Yes, good vibes. Woohoo! Okay, we're mixing the cards.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we have here. Oh, thank you, Arlene. So I have focus.
I have clarity.
Ah, great
How
word.
about that?
Oh, and integrity.
Ooh, and I have connections.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, those came rushing right on out. Oh, look at this. I love it. Patience.
Patience. Wow.
Patience is coming out a lot today, everyone. And we also have happiness.
Mm-hmm. And I have the hourglass. And with this reminds me that we need to pay attention to time and use it to our advantage. We do not let it's important for us to, when we have clarity,
Mm-hmm.
we know how to use our time well. When we don't have that clarity, where does the time go?
Yep.
And then I also have element of water, and I'm matching that with connections, because the element of water is all about emotions and feeling a sense of belonging and being aware of our cycles and the way we interact with the world. And when we and here you go, when we're patient, we can go with the flow
Mm-hmm.
instead of trying to be the water instead of the rock.
Mm-hmm. As
I
I
love it.
always
Look at
say,
her. Look,
let
yeah,
it go and let it flow.
yeah. Look at her as she's going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hear it. I hear it. I'm like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You were probably that kind of mother, or you're that kind of mother, the one who's like, mm-hmm, I told you so.
Yep.
I told you so.
Look,
But
without
now,
saying the I told you so, I'm just like,
yes,
mm-hmm.
yes. But it's heard, and it's like, but you know it on your own terms, so you're going to remember it.
Yes, absolutely. And look at this. I love this. Rose said, Rose got patience too this morning.
That's incredible.
That really is. Yes. So, but always being in your integrity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you're allowing things to flow and, dealing with your connections, it's about integrity, being who you are. As long as you're that kind person, not looking to hurt others, but yeah, standing in your integrity, finding and focusing on happiness. Okay. When we're in our
Mm-hmm.
flow, we just feel so good. And gosh, I wish I could feel like that 24/7. I think most of us do want to feel like that all the time, but we can
Yes.
practice that. We make a choice as we step out of the bed every morning. How do I want to feel today? What do I want to get into? We can make that choice. And sometimes we can't help it, right? We're going to feel how we
Mm-hmm.
feel sometimes, but to have patience, have patience with that as well. And knowing that long as you keep focusing on the happiness that you want to experience, you will get there. It may take a little bit of time, but having that patience and knowing that the sun will come out again. So look
Mm-hmm.
at that. And you'll be jumping for joy.
Oh,
And look, we have
yeah.
more water here as well with the flow.
Yes, and I was also thinking sometimes water is it's flat out. Are you drinking enough? Are you hydrating? I think
Yeah.
most of us are not drinking enough water, and we're mostly water. So when we don't have that, it goes back to what we were talking about before, our health and
Mhm.
detoxifying, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it takes more energy to work than it could.
Right. And water's cleansing. So
It really
always
is.
giving thanks to water. As you're drinking it, you're cleansing as well as hydrating, and you're taking a shower. Just imagine just letting go, releasing all those feelings. My ex-husband used to be a school teacher, so when he would come home, he was all stressed from the kids that day and everything, and I said, "Go take a shower. First of all, get out of those clothes, right? That's part of that cleansing
Hmm.
process too. Take all of that off, and then get into a shower and just energetically, it feels so great."
Yeah.
So,
And I oftentimes I drink a lot of water. Everybody who follows me knows I drink 5 quarts of water a day.
oh, that's fantastic.
3 quarts usually within the first hour and a half that I'm awake. But sometimes I will actually put the water on my heart chakra first,
Mm,
just to tune to it, and it to tune to me, and just
mhm.
appreciate it. And then that way it's everything that just comes in. So they're setting that intention
Yes, I'll have to try
really
that on the
important.
heart chakra. I like to speak to my water.
I
So
love
I
that.
will just say, like confidence, love, beauty, whatever words that come to mind, I'll speak it into my water and then
Hmm.
I'll drink it. There was actually a test that was done on that where they had a couple of things of water and they had people, they spoke affirmations into the water and then another cup
Hmm.
was just a plain water. And I think they did something to something else, but everyone would go to that one that had all
Yep.
that beauty and everything else in it. So, but I love that
Yeah.
addition of putting it onto the heart chakra. That's
Yeah.
good.
Well, and it's just messages in water, and I cannot remember the scientist's name, but I heard about it first in the documentary What the Bleep Do We Know? Dr. Hermosho. But there's this idea is that when it's exactly that. You write words on water, and those words impact the water. They change the structure of the water. And for a long time, I would write on my glasses, on my
Mhm.
cups, what I was drinking out of: love, abundance,
Mm.
connection, clarity. I do do that. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Experiment, guys. It's
Awesome.
a lot of
Dr.
fun.
Emoto, yes, thank you.
Oh, wasn't there a song, Doctor uh, in the '80s song?
Mr.
Was it
Roboto,
Mo
you're thinking,
Roboto, Emote.
yes,
I'm
Sticks. That
changing
would
the
be
words.
Sticks. Yeah,
Sticks, sorry, Sticks. Emoto now. It's Doctor Emoto.
yeah.
I changed it.
Well, and then there's the idea of collecting moon water, new
Yes,
moon water, full moon
yeah.
water.
I do my moon water. I love my moon
Yep,
water.
yep.
Hey, everyone who's just joining. We have Gerald TarotStache here today. And if you're not subscribed to his channel, make sure you go over and do that. Hey, Flowing and Jay Marcus, good morning. Eliza, aloha. Hello, hello. And
Aloha.
is that Les? Oh, I keep
Lisa,
Lisa.
Lisa,
Pretty
Lisa
name.
Niedermeyer. Yes.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome. All right.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I have two here. I have courage and responsibility that just came out. Oh,
Oh gosh, I have wellness and creativity.
oh, look at that.
And doesn't it take courage to be creative?
Mm-hmm.
And it's our responsibility to
You
maintain
are
our wellness and the wellness of others. And I'm a huge supporter of is you have to take care of yourself first,
before you can
because
take
you
care
have
of
to fill
anyone
your
else.
own cup before
Yep.
you fill anybody else's. And I also tell people is when you are taking care of yourself, I'm getting up on my soapbox, okay? When you take
Please
when
do.
you when you take care of yourself and people watch you taking care of yourself, children and others learn how
Yep.
to take care of themselves by example. So
So
this
true.
idea of, if I can't, if I were to actually have seen my mom when she was angry put herself in timeout, that would have made a world of difference. That it's, I mean, just to go, you know what, I can't do this right now.
Uh-huh. I've done that
To
a
be
few
able to
times,
say,
actually. I've
yeah,
done that a few times. I'm like, you know what? But it was like more of separate corners. You go there, I'm gonna go here so that we can both cool down because this is escalating too quick.
that's
Uh,
beautiful.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that takes a lot of courage.
A lot of restraint.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yes, yes.
All right,
It's
let's
like,
see what cards. If you have your cards, go for it. Yes, Sharon, thank you for that. Birthday love all around. Anyone having a birthday this month?
yes. Okay, so this is the Zany Oracle, and the first one that I got is Bad Vibes.
Oh,
And
no bad vibes.
no, yes, good vibes only. But we need to understand the different types of vibes so we can understand, or so we can appreciate and draw in what we want. Because it's the same idea as you can't have light without dark, because they're interconnected. Where are we putting our, where are we, where my wellness is about paying attention to what is it that is not helping me be my full self.
Mhm.
Because it goes back to what was said earlier, is if I'm doing the same thing that I was 10 years ago, is it really lifting me up? Is it really helping me? So my wellness is to pay attention to that. And then I love this card,
Oh
Ancestor.
gosh, that's gorgeous.
I mean, I remember somebody actually telling me when I was in a bit of a struggle, she said, you could call on an ancestor because you have enough ancestors that there's somebody who has probably gone through a similar thing and they want to help. And all you have to do is say their name, invite them in, and then pay attention. I mean, that's where I struggle. I oftentimes don't pay attention. I'll say, "Oh, help me with this, but I'm doing this, so I can't hear."
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, it takes courage, right? Taking that courage to listen too for
it
some
does.
listening and also listening to yourself, listening to your body of what's going on here. It's part of our responsibility to listen.
Hmm.
It's not always just acting. Sometimes we just need to sit and we need to listen to what's happening. And then learn to also find that courage to use your voice. I have power of my voice here. And
Love
this
that.
says, I speak my truth and express my feelings to others with care and compassion. So that's a responsibility too, because words have power. So you want to be mindful of what words you're using when you're talking to
Hmm.
others, right? Where we're just talking about having that courage and to step away sometimes, right? Because you know what's going to come next. It's not going to be very good. So
Hmm.
sometimes we want to listen and not react all the time. And also to look at this other card is my creative power. As I invest in my own creative potential, I experience my female creative energy, genius. So this is not just, this is our female energy, right? That creative energy. So
Yep.
having the courage to step into that part. We don't want to always be in our masculine energy, and learning to tap into that female energy too. That's where all
Hmm.
the good juicy stuff lies, I like to say.
Yes. Well, it's true. It's so true, because without a balance, and back to that idea of water, without that movement, sometimes you need that. You need one more than the other. The honoring and the wellness about it is knowing when they have to shift.
Yes.
It's beautiful, and I also had creativity as you were
Creativity.
doing that one. It's
Yeah,
like
look at
boom,
that.
boom.
Beautiful.
I also think one of the big things for me is when I learned, um, it was okay for me. It took a lot of courage for me to say, I don't know how I feel,
Mm,
because there was so much going on.
yeah.
And humans are complex. I'm complex, believe it or not. You know, but there's this honoring of as I can be many things at once.
Mhm.
I can feel many things at once. Therein lies the beauty of being human, and boy, that's challenging sometimes.
It can be very challenging, and I think this, for me, it's like really I used to be one of those people that just would plow through things. Like I can't. I was raised to be strong, to just suck it up, deal with it. Right? Life is hard, so
Hmm.
just deal with it. And I wasn't a person that really was good at expressing emotions or how I felt because I would keep it all to myself. And so I've learned over the years and still learning that when I'm going through something, that it's okay for me to express it. It's okay for me to just sit on my couch and have a good old ugly cry, right?
Yes, yes.
When I had my car, I would go sometimes sit in my car and just scream at the top of my lungs just to let all that energy in, because otherwise it gets stuck and it doesn't feel good, guys. So we want to process these emotions and allow them to
Hmm.
be the way, even anger, right? Because anger can also teach us a lot of different things. Or like Gerald said, if you don't know, it's okay not to know. It's okay just to be like, you know what, I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm just going to lay low these next couple of days and just let this move through me.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Mhm.
beautiful. I mean, I applaud that, and I've learned in in my relationship with Jeffrey, my recently made husband. Um, um, it, Part of it is I am an extrovert and he's an introvert, and so when I'm extroverting all over in his general direction, he will
Mhm.
look at me and he's like going, is this something you just want me to listen to, or do you need me to help solve it?
Yep.
And a lot of times that makes me go, oh, no, I just need to listen. And he's like going, okay, because then we know what hat we need to wear.
Yep. And I love that you said that because that's exactly what I do with my daughter. I say to her, "Do you want me to listen or do you want me to, give you advice?" And she's, depending on what it is, she'll let me know. And
Oh
it's a
yeah.
great way to communicate with those that are close to you, because sometimes people just want to be heard. And especially,
Yes.
I was saying as a mom, like I want to fix it, right? So it's
Hmm.
hard. Sometimes I'm just sitting there like bursting to give my opinion, and I'm like, nope, this is not, she wants me to listen today,
Yep.
so I have to work
And
with
and
that.
I want to. I'm feeling a very emotional response to that, and saying thank you for doing that. Thank you for giving her the gift. Wow, for her to have that gift of what it's like to have somebody who sees her, lets her experience what she needs to experience, and to
Mhm.
love her all the more because she's had that experience.
Yeah.
And the courage and the strength and the respect that you have for yourself and for her, to go, you know what, this is yours. I'm going to hold space for you.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
can be ugly, it can be joyful, it can be whatever it is.
Yeah, it's tough.
So
It's tough for sure, but thank you for that. Yeah, because it's a tough thing for sure.
seriously, did you need to
Yeah.
hear that?
Yeah. Thank you.
Because I'm like, it's so powerful. It's
Yeah.
like when we feel heard, it makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
it
like
does. It
yeah,
does. And I feel it because, I grew up differently. We weren't heard. We weren't, you're just there
no,
to sit and you speak when you're spoken to. So that was tough. That was really
yeah,
tough. So we a lot of changes that need to be made. And I think when we give our young people a voice, to allow them to speak how they feel. And there's especially now because my God, I can't even imagine living in the world that they live in right now at such a young age. It's a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a turning point in my therapy to actually realize that it takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable.
Hmm.
And when I recognized that, and then I started to see it when other people had the strength to be vulnerable, I was like going, I am making this a safe space for you to hold that. I mean, it's like, yes, do
Hmm.
it, do it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and that's what I like. I like to try to create those safe spaces, because I know that, like even like I just as I said that I looked at and I saw Terry's name, Terry at Holding Your Space. Hi, Terry.
oh,
It's just like so beautiful, and I think that's the beautiful thing about this online community, that we're all about creating these safe spaces because everybody's going through something. Someone, we all have our stuff. So it's a way that we can identify and to learn. And guys, none of us, everybody that has a YouTube channel, nobody's perfect. Everybody,
nope.
we all have our messy sides. And um, I just came out of a messy spell. So
Well, yeah, I mean, but see, you came out of it because you worked through it. You
yes.
were engaged in it. You
Hmm.
said, "This is what's going on." Look at me, I'm pointing. This is, I am. This is one of my tells. It's like it's just not Gerald talking, but it's the we have to get through it. And I'm actually later in the month. I'm having a discussion about now what. How do we take our steps? How do we move forward in a beautiful way? Nobody needs to understand it. You just need to
Hmm.
know, how do I make that next step? Or let's be honest, sometimes, how do I get out of bed?
That one right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay,
I love,
I'll get
hey,
off the phone.
Kelly. I see
Kelly,
Kelly's in the house. We already talked about later today. We're going to be on Kelly's channel. Gerald's all prepared here. Look at that. I love it.
here, let me use a different tiny hand.
Yeah. I
Don't
love
forget.
it. Yes. Oh, Kristen, that's funny. Kristen says there's a number of YouTube videos I did and I look like a hot mess. Look, I.
Well, and I think the great thing about YouTube is there's a lot of options.
Hmm.
And I'm not some people's cup of tea.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not even their cup of coffee or a glass of water or a shot of whiskey or anything like that. And guess what? Cool.
yeah.
Go
There's
celebrate.
there's
Find somebody
somebody for
else.
everyone. There's somebody for
Yes,
everyone. So.
that is so true. And I tell
Mhm.
people, oh, look at her. She's pouring another cup. I think when people are authentic and they put on YouTube their authenticity, someone is going to find it when they need it.
Exactly.
So I've had people say, "Oh, should I start a YouTube channel?" I'm like going, "You're my shot of whiskey." Oh, thanks. I hope it's a good whiskey and not one that burns. So, but it's that idea of somebody needs to hear what you have to say, and
Mhm.
just say it.
Yeah,
Be
that's it.
unapologetic.
Be unapologetic. Here's to that. Cheers.
Hmm. Yes. Everybody sip sip.
And I forgot who wrote that on the thing when I posted the flyer. I loved it. They wrote, "The best part of waking up
Waking up.
is
Yes.
Gerald in your cup."
I love that. Because I sang it. I sang it. It was like, it was so great. It was so
Oh,
great.
that was awesome.
It was so much fun.
All
It was
right,
so much fun.
here
I
we
have
go.
3 cards because they all just jumped out.
All right, go for it. You got to
So,
read them when they jump out like that.
honesty,
Hmm.
community, weren't we just talking about that? And gratitude. Oh,
Ooh,
well, okay.
I love that.
I feel heard. Dang. Oops. Ugh, that's incredible. Okay, I get to pull some other cards, right? Okay,
Hmm.
I'm
Ooh.
learning. I can be taught.
This is a great thing. So I have humor, and I love humor and
What's
action.
humor?
Humor, what you
And
find funny. Bring out
and
that humor
action and
and
action.
action. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Okay. Um,
Okay, so I'm pulling from the Bob Ross playing cards, because sometimes you just need a little bit of Bob Ross.
Oh my God, that is so awesome.
Have you never seen these?
No.
Oh, here for those of you, I mean, Jane the Seeker and I, we talk about Bob Ross. Purchase responsibly, know your limits. But Bob Ross cards, and what Bob Ross has to say about gratitude, community, and honesty is: did you ever think you could just take a great big old brush and make all these beautiful little trees? You really can.
Mm-hmm.
And just let your imagination go. You can create all kinds of beautiful effects just that easy.
Just that easy. Wow.
I mean, it's like, oh, hi, Katie Moonchild. She had me on her
Katie.
channel a while ago. It was fun. Yeah.
Love Katie.
And I think, when we're honest with ourselves, well, okay, let me rephrase that. When I'm honest with myself, I actually need to give myself permission to just wander and let my brain think of all sorts of possibilities. But then I have to know when to slow down and go, okay, that's enough of that. Let's figure out what we're going to do with that. And sometimes it's okay that it sits in a book, in a notebook. I don't have to take action on every single idea.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I mean, but yeah, it's like, ooh.
I have a thing that I call my book of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And when just things will hit me, sometimes I'll just write them down in that book, just so I can revisit, see like, oh, okay, what do I really feel
I
about
love
this?
that.
Is this something I want to move forward with or not? But yeah, because the brain is always going, right? We always have all these things that come up. So instead of
Absolutely.
like carrying the weight of all of that, put it in a book.
Well, yeah, that's I think it's from, is it Getting Things Done, the David Allen book? It's just like going, the brain has a certain amount of energy, and if you don't put your ideas down in something that's going to
Mhm.
capture them, and you can find it later, it's like RAM on a computer. Something's always going on in the background.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, mm-hmm.
Well, right, like because we're busy being busy beavers, right?
Oh,
Um,
yes.
and I love it. It says, just go ahead and do it, right? That's that action part. So if there is an
Mm-hmm.
idea or something that you're intrigued with, then just do it, right? And find humor in things. We have a tendency, some of us, to take things so serious that we forget about the fun that we should have along the way. And
Yes.
to learn to trust. I got the eagle spirit, trust in your higher self. All right, your higher self,
Ah,
our higher self, our higher team, our spiritual team, they have your back. So just trust in the path that you're taking, that idea that you want to express or move forward with. Just trust in it. Find the humor. Find the humor in the mistakes, like that come along with the territory. We have to learn how
yep.
to embrace that a lot more and not be so serious and then give up. A lot of times we're just like,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Well, and I come from my sense of humor, very honestly. My parents, I'm the youngest of 12 children,
Wow.
and everybody knows what I'm going to say. I'm the youngest of 12 children. Mom and dad stopped when they got it right.
I
And
love
and
that.
and to be honest with you, we did laugh a lot. And
Mm,
laughing is one of those great things, that bit of humor that's nobody's expense. It's just silliness. It's not beating anybody down. But suddenly it shifts the brain. It shifts, and it causes me to go, wait a minute. It's
yeah.
like when you have I when I used to babysit um, my nieces and nephews, when they were crying a lot. Sometimes, this is for entertainment purposes only, not endorsed by anybody. I'm not, but when they were crying a lot and I couldn't get them to settle down, I would blow in their face a little bit,
Mhm.
and suddenly they would go, and then they would stop crying because they wanted to know what was going on. I think laughter does that same thing.
Yes, yes.
And you had the beaver card.
Mm-hmm.
And gratitude, beavers make dams. And when we express our gratitude, little by little, it builds up and it becomes huge. And that shifts the energy.
For sure.
So, and I'm going to give everybody a challenge. Express gratitude to someone today with
Mm-hmm.
expecting nothing else in return. Just
Yeah.
say, thank you for this specific thing. That
Mm-hmm.
meant a lot. And then run away, because people usually, when they get a thank you, a compliment, they're waiting for the but,
Yeah.
I mean, but instead just say, thank you, when you did this, that made me feel this way, and then just leave.
Mhm.
Let
Yeah.
them deal with it.
Yeah. It's
Sorry, this is your
important
show.
to give it. No, no, I love what you're sharing, and it's important to give gratitude.
Yep.
I used to, well, I'm being transparent. I was really good with doing my gratitude journal. I would write 3 things every day in my journal about what I was grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little lazy, so now I just speak it, which is great, but something in the power of writing, I always say. I love
I
to
agree.
write things. But yeah, it's about expressing that gratitude, grateful for what you have right now. We have this tendency to look at what we don't have versus what we do have. And
Yes.
it's when we learn to be grateful for what we have that we open ourselves up to more abundance. And I'm not just talking like financial abundance, I'm talking about all different types of abundance. So,
Yes.
learning to really practice gratitude every day, it's really important, guys. And to share, like Gerald said, to express that gratitude to others, to let them know why they mean so much to you in their
Yes.
lives. And just you're lifting somebody else up. So then, it's kind of like that domino effect. You do that to someone and they're like, you know what, I'm going to let this person know how I feel. And we're all
Absolutely.
expressing gratitude. It's a beautiful
Absolutely.
thing.
When I was doing postgraduate work in psychology, a mentor taught maintaining your child's self-esteem. And one of the things that he said was that Norman said is that recognize what makes your child unique and
Hmm.
appreciate that. Something like, I really like how you stopped what you were doing and you helped mom pick up the groceries.
Yeah.
That made her feel really good, and I like that,
Yeah.
because then it's not it's just, I see you and I see what you brought,
Hmm.
and look how it made somebody feel.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's really incredible. By the
It
way,
is.
are you taking more photos? And I got a nudge to ask you. You're a photographer, correct?
Gosh, that's very funny. We'll just say yes, the short answer.
Okay. Okay. Because it feels somebody's nudging me to ask you that and go,
Oh, that
it's
just gave
like,
me goosebumps. Yeah.
this is a good thing. This is powerful, and I think it'll show up.
Actually, that's my photo right there that I took.
I thought so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had it blown up, so yeah.
So beautiful.
Oh, that's good to
Uh,
hear. Thank you for that.
you're welcome. Thanks, Hilda.
Hey, Hilda. Okay.
You were so easy to talk to. Thank you.
Yeah, you are too.
Aw.
Look what we got again. We got courage.
Mm. I
Courage
got
and
beauty.
ooh, I love
And isn't
that.
it important to see the beauty in things?
Like your
And
backdrop there.
oh,
I mean, I feel like I'm being transported. That is just so beautiful.
yes. Well, and I also think what is beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Mhm.
And I think it's a responsibility when I see something that I think is beautiful. I need to take a beat and a breath, and look at that beauty and appreciate it, because it may not be there tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, dang. Oh, and I got humor.
All right, guys. Bring more humor into your life.
You're welcome, Plucky. Plucky said, thank you for introducing me to Sonia's channel. What'd you get?
Oh,
What
thank
was
you,
that
Lucky.
last?
Truth.
Truth.
Yes, true truth. Hey, Jay. Good morning.
Hi, Jay.
Courage and
Okay, I had a
truth. Well, Plucky, I am so happy that you are here.
yay. Bye, Kelly. See you later.
We'll see you later, Kelly.
Jay's here. I am so glad to see so many people here. I think, for those who work through the week, it's one of those things that Friday is, it's like, oh, I get to go
Thank
through
God
this.
it's
And
Friday.
yeah, and I think it's one of those things to share it with so many wonderful people.
Oh,
It's like,
absolutely.
dang, this chat is hopping. I love it.
And I call this Friday Groove Day. So we get the morning off starting, getting all the good messages coming in to carry us out through the weekend, really.
Yes.
Oops, that flipped over. Look at that. Yeah. It's a good cleansing day. We got cleansed.
Yes. Oh, and I got Blossom.
Ooh.
And I think it's one of those, this is a reminder, it's the start of a fantastic new journey.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And that could be, take a walk, get yourself some flowers, but also the importance of, and then flowerful. You cannot make this stuff up.
Flowerful.
Flowerful, sweet and gentle power. Just because something looks a certain way, do not assume how strong that person is. They're probably stronger than you will ever understand. Ooh, and look, beauty. Okay, I'll stop talking.
No, it's like stop to smell the flowers. And I love that you have the flower deck and I have the herbs. These are all herbs.
Ooh.
So the other one I got is clarity. So again, it's kind of bringing us full circle here, right? About getting clarity on what you need to cleanse, what you need to release, having the courage to do that so that you can stand in your truth. Because you are uniquely you. There is no other you. And when we learn to embrace ourselves of who we are, our truth, that's when we're really living our authentic life. We become our authentic selves. Yes. And you don't try to be like another individual or feel like, okay, this is going to help me out if I do this or act this certain way. Like we talked about earlier, you're going to draw the people that need to be drawn to you,
Yes.
And you're not going to grab every single person that, even if you don't have a channel. I'm just talking generally and generalizing here that you don't have to be everyone's best friend. Like like I live in an apartment complex. So like everybody here is not going to like me, and that's okay.
That's
I have
right.
a small group of people that like me, and that's all I need. So it's about you being who you are. So release any negative thoughts about yourself. Show more love to you, your authentic, beautiful self.
And I would certainly think, I certainly think this idea of blossoming and being flowerful. Some people like flowers, some people don't. What I'm feeling is what is it that you consider beauty, and bring that in, put it in a place of that requires your attention in your home. Cook a beautiful meal. Move some stuff around that makes you see beauty.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror, people.
That's it. Look at that beautiful, authentic self of you.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah. All right. Well, we are at the end here, but before we go, we're going to draw. I like to draw one card for the weekend. Whatever you feel called to. I think I'm being called to pull one of my African goddess cards.
Ooh, talk about power. I'm going to draw from the Radical Abundance deck.
Hey, Teresa. what is this? Teresa says, I think the virus made us all look inward and find our true selves. Now we can come together as our real selves. Powerful. Yeah. Yeah. That's the message I was supposed to hear, Sonia. You will attract the people that need to hear your message. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Jay, I'm not going to put you on blast, but if you're ready for me to, just you say the word. So, you know what I'm talking about.
I missed that.
Yeah, I'm talking in code somewhat because
I'm just like going, ooh, and you know, you're talking in code, so I'm like going, go ahead, I'm listening. Whoa, I love it.
Where did I put these? Oh, wait, here they are.
All right, so
you have your card. If you do, go ahead.
I have two because they popped out.
Okay.
And I have strength and peace. And here's the thing about this is when we think about strength, it's important to this is the energy that we're putting out into the world, and this is what we receive from it. When we exercise our strength this weekend, it allows us to have a sense of peace. So
I love that. Look at that. Oh, so she will be starting her own YouTube channel soon. So it's coming soon. I didn't know if she was ready to announce it. That's why I was like talking in code. But yeah, as soon as it launches, everyone, we want to show our love and support and subscribe to her channel. So I'm excited for you. Okay, so I got Sukoyant. It's the card of scarcity.
Oh.
So I'm going to read what this has to say. Of course, I need my little glasses because I can't see well without. And it says, you have so much more than you realize. You have access to unlimited joy, love, good times, pleasures, and prosperity. Here we go. Be grateful for your riches. Stop going to the ocean and asking for a thimble full of water. It doesn't feel like it when you're desperate, but scarcity and lack are an illusion. Prosperity is believing that there is an overflow, more than enough love, happiness, well-being, and money to go around. Vampires take from others because they don't have enough life force for themselves. That is scarcity consciousness. When you embody lack, you are always hungry, tired, and jealous. Make a gratitude list. What are you grateful for right now? I mean, how perfect that like mic drop, right? Boom. Like
yeah, I was just like going, there you go. It's like, woo.
Do you want to live in a life of scarcity, or do you want to live in a life of abundance? So it's all a mindset, everyone. It's really important about our mindset of what we want to think about. And that's when you're giving that gratitude on a regular basis, you're being in that life of abundance, being grateful for what you have right now. So beautiful.
And I think it's beautiful. And I think it's important for us is like the thing, it's not the thing that we're expressing gratitude about. It's, you know, that can be a small thing. It's the gratitude that needs to be huge.
Yeah.
That's wherein lies the power.
Yes. Oh, Gerald, thank you so much for being here today.
Well,
this has been fantastic. Yes. And thank you for all of you in the chat for joining us this morning. It's nice to have a full house. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Don't forget to go to TarotStache's channel, like, subscribe. As he says, it's free. Beautiful. Yes. And for those that are new, thank you for subscribing, or subscribe if you haven't yet. But yeah, don't forget today we will be on Kelly's channel at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. There we go. There's all the times. We will be on there for some fun. So we will
Yes.
see you all then. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.